I got myself lost on a trail, but I didn't stop and reassess the situation when I knew I was lost. I just kept going, which when I look back on it now, there must have been brain fog or tiredness or whatever, because when I look back on it now I think, what the hell was I playing at? Why did I do that? I was hiking on the trail, and for some reason I got off trail into some scrub. It might have been just, it looked like a trail. I went down that way not looking what I was doing. I got into the scrub and it was getting pretty dense. I was stepping over shrubs. Then I couldn't find my way back, so I went sideways down onto a beach, and I started to walk along this beach thinking, oh, this must be the way. But when I looked to my left up higher, I could see a couple of hikers higher up, almost on top of these cliffs to my left, and I thought, that's where the track is, that's where I should be. But like a bloody idiot, I didn't stop and retrace my steps. I just kept going in the blind assumption that somehow or other I'd connect back up with the track. Unluckily for me, about 3 kilometers farther along the beach, I came to a road, and I thought, well, this wasn't on the track map, but I thought, well, it looks like if I take this road to the left, I may join the track farther up, which is what I did. I took the road to the left, and it was a bloody steep road as well. It was about 2k up this steep bloody road, a dirt track. And I got up the top there, I kept looking, I wondered if the track, because I knew I thought, well, the track must cross this road farther up, so I'm going at 90 degrees to the track, I thought. And luckily that piece of logic worked, because I hit the track farther up and was able to rejoin it and keep going. And as I say, why I did that I don't know. The mistake I made, as I say, I got away with it, but I may not have got away with it. I could have been in all sorts of trouble, and I may have had to come all the way back on this beach to where I started from, which at that time was probably about a 5k hike back along a soft sandy beach to where I'd gone off track. And that's what, you know, that I didn't want to do that, but when I first knew I was lost, I should have backtracked. So that's what you've got to remember. If you get lost, stop, assess the situation, and retrace your steps if you can back to where you think you got lost. Go backwards. Don't blunder on and make the mistake even worse like I did. But as I say, luckily for me, I got away with it. I went over to Scotland to do the West Highland Way walk. Obviously I took my pack fully loaded. It didn't have food or obviously gas cylinders in it because of the plane flight. I was going to purchase that at the other end. I was going to fly straight into Glasgow, which I did. Got to Glasgow airport, went to the carousel waiting for my pack to come through, and it never bloody came through. So I'm waiting, I must have waited there about an hour. I went to see somebody. By this time I'm panicking. Oh, the hike's bloody over. Well, I'm going to have to go into Glasgow and buy a whole new kit of stuff, which wasn't logical anyway. So this fella went behind the carousel where the bags come through, and sure enough my backpack had fallen down the back of the carousel before it came through the doors off the plane. That was fine. I got my pack, fantastic. But the shoulder strap where it meets the waist belt had snapped because it had been handled roughly, and obviously the strap, even though I tied them together, the strap must have got caught on the corner of something and it ripped the strap, as I say, down near the waist belt. So there I am, I've got the pack and it's only got one workable strap, one workable shoulder strap, the other shoulder strap's hanging down. So what do I do now? So I had to go. Luckily I was staying in a hotel in the Glasgow airport complex. And I'd always intended to go into Glasgow on the bus, get my food and a gas cylinder. So obviously I emptied all the stuff at the hotel room, most of it, and took my pack into Glasgow with me, purchased the food I need. I found a camping place in Glasgow, took the pack in and asked the fella, do I need to buy a new pack, or do you think you could do anything with this? And luckily he was really helpful. He said, look, if you leave it with me for a couple of hours, I reckon I could, I've got an old bag out the back, I could splice a new waist belt in there and it will be as good as new. So I said, oh, fantastic mate, that's great. So I went off and sure enough come back 2 hours later, got the gas from him obviously. I'd got my food by that stage and he'd repaired the pack for me, as otherwise I'd have had to buy a new pack, which I didn't really have enough money on me to do. But looking back on it now, the mistake I made was transporting my pack without having a pack cover. Now this here is an Osprey pack cover. It's actually called an airport transporter. And what you do, folds up neatly. There it is there. It comes undone like that, and you slide your pack. It takes, this is a medium, it takes about a 75 litre pack. So you put your pack in there. And there where the pack come out of, you have another small pocket that you can put some incidentals in. And it's got a carry handle on it as well, so you can fling it over your back like that and carry your pack that way. Yeah, so now it just protects the pack itself, and if one of the zips managed to work its way open, anything that comes out is going to be captured inside that bag as well, which is another good thing. So yeah, that's another mistake I made. I say it folds down quite small. If I'd have taken it with me, it would have saved myself that drama, which it was a hell of a drama for about 5 or 6 hour drama for me. But I was going to Milngavie to do the West Highland Way walk from Glasgow station, and I could have left that, as it happens, if I'd have taken it with me, I could have left that in a left luggage locker at the station, because when I'd finished the hike I went back to Glasgow station and went on down to London to do a hike down there, and then I flew out from Heathrow. But that's the only problem with it, I suppose. If you go somewhere, you've got that little extra thing to take with you, unless you can offload it somewhere while you go for your hike. Yeah, I would never go anywhere now, plane, train, boat, bus or whatever, without putting my bag inside that transporter bag, because obviously they get thrown around, and even if you tie all the straps together, they're pretty delicate, some of the straps, because obviously they move, they swivel at the bottom for obviously for the weight, and they're quite delicate. So if one of those gets caught on something, because people throw them around, as you know, and yeah, at least it protects the straps anyway. That should bring me up to date with my mistakes until I make the next one. Thanks for watching the video, take care, and I hope to see you on another video soon. If you have mind to subscribe to my channel, that'd be fantastic. Take care, goodbye.